Hello everyone, welcome back to another Dark Tide build video. This time we'll be covering Zealot, and this will be kind of like a redo of the intro of our last one. We're just going to cover a few more things, a little bit of information I got from my last video, some helpful stuff to talk about as well, and to clarify a few things here just in case there's any misconceptions about what was being discussed. But yeah, this is just a stealth build that works really well with the team, allows you to go in, kill enemies, then you can use it to either kill enemies from behind really quickly, or to fight bosses, or to disengage and then reposition yourself to help the team in a better spot. So starting off, we'll cover the weapon. First, we have the Mark 8 Combat Axe. And for this one here, really the main thing you'll be doing with this is going for thrust kills, so charging up the heavy attack. You can also use light attacks on enemies as well, like there's hordes coming or a few select group of small enemies, or if you're fighting an enemy, you want to hit them multiple times without having to charge up. If they're in your face and you can't afford that, then you definitely can use it that way as well, but usually the thrust will be the main thing for this weapon. Starting off with the perks, I have Specialists and Maniacs on mine. Now, Maniacs are just all around really good, but you can switch that up. Same thing with Specialists to do Elites, Carapace, Unyielding, things like that. If you want it to be more boss-focused, if you want it to be more flak-focused, things of that nature, it's really up to you. I prefer Maniacs on most of my weapons like that, though, just because of the amount of Maniacs that we have access to, but both of them are up to you, obviously. And talking about blessings here, a very important blessing I missed last time discussing about it, so I'm talking about it here and touching upon it, is the blessing called Brutal Momentum, and that one gives you weak spot damage increase for that weapon. And since this weapon obviously is going to be going for weak spot hits constantly as well as backstab hits, that is going to be a multiplicative damage increase, and it's going to be very noticeable on this build, as well as doing hordes. Since this is a vertical swinging weapon most of the time, you are not going to hit it horizontally, so it'll be very easy to go for headshots, making this very efficient as well for giving high damage. Now, if you don't have access to Brutal Momentum, and you have kind of the same thing that I have here, where I don't have access to it, and I have to forego it for something else, Thunderous and Head Taker would be two other options that you would want for your blessings. One is just bonus damage in general, which can be good for hordes then, or if you're hitting an enemy multiple times, or Thunderous for a possible tankier enemy and you want to be able to go through their armor a little bit, you can use that. But Thrust is definitely a must, as well as Brutal Momentum, if you can get both. And with the rework coming up here shortly in the next month or so, you should be able to get both on it. And that'll really help it do a lot of damage, and being able to really just, solidify it as killing enemies with one hit. Now going down here, we have the Brace Autogun. Now this is going to be your horde clearer most of the time, in case you get swarmed by stuff or you need to rapid fire clear some areas. And the reason is because this has got a short range, but it's got a lot of fire rate, and it can dish out a lot of good damage, especially into a crowd. So covering that again, we have Maniacs. That's in case you get a swarm of Ragers when you're playing on Orc, Maelstrom, or Damnation, and even on Heresy as well. You can get like 6+ Ragers all at once, and having it do extra damage to Maniacs is really efficient because then you can kill them a lot faster. And then also we have Elites. Again, this is up to you. You can have it be Specialists, Flak, Unarmored, things like that. I'd probably say try to go for Flak maybe, just as an overall. But if you do have it with Elites, that can work on the Gunners themselves in case you can't get within melee range and you need to shoot them from a distance. If there's a horde in your face, if you have the dodge ability, which we'll cover in talents, you can use this. But then the blessings here are the most important part here. And that being said, it's Speed Load and Fire Frenzy. Death Spitter also works. If you're going for pure damage, I would say Fire Frenzy and Death Spitter. And that's going to give you a 100% damage boost, since they both stacked 5 times with a 10% at Blessing 4. But what I prefer is to either have Fire Frenzy or Death Spitter with Speed Load. And the reason is because Speed Load gives you that 50% at tier 4 of the Blessing. And that 50% lets you reload fast enough so that you can keep Fire Frenzy and Death Spitter active when you fire again. So with it active, you keep your 50% damage boost, meaning that the next time you fire it into the horde again, you are not going to be losing damage, and you'll be keeping your DPS higher and more consistent. Now going over the Curios, I'm a huge fan of health on every build except for Veteran. I just think health is more useful. You can make an argument if you're making a wound build, obviously, if that's what you want to go into. There are builds for that. Just for this build specifically, I don't see that you need wounds at all. You're going to be able to disengage when necessary, and then also you're just not going to be taking a lot of damage if you are playing correctly and dodging and all that, and have a decent team, obviously. But so I like to have health on it. If you want to run toughness as well, that's fine. I prefer health personally. And for the perks here, you can see I have gunner resistance on all of them. I do have corruption resistance. You can change that. For right now, these are just Curios I have access to. what I would recommend is maybe going to like stamina regeneration or toughness regeneration. And we'll cover toughness regeneration here in a little bit on what it actually does with this build. But if you go with stamina regeneration, toughness regeneration, revive speed, things like that, because revive speed, again, you're stealth, so you could definitely stealth in to revive a teammate, and the extra revive speed is very efficient. But the gunner resistance is really the most important one, and then the other ones are kind of up to your preference and how you feel. Otherwise, we'll go right into the talents itself. To the right, we have one of the most important ones, just because of how this build plays out. You get 20% backstab damage, which is really, really good. This just means that you get free bonus damage, and since we are a stealth build and we have the axe with, again, brutal momentum, we're going to get a lot of value out of this. I've definitely been able to hit enemies with that axe, as shown, for over 30% of their health, and this was on, like, Beasts of Nurgle. So you are able to absolutely chunk and devastate enemies, if not kill them outright if you hit the weak spots. Next, we have Anoint in Blood, which is 25% base damage based on how close we are. Again, we're using the braced autogun. This is a close-range weapon, so we are going to have a lot of bonus damage all the time. Again, making it really good for hordes and clearing them out. We have both Fortitude and Fellowship and Purge the Unclean. Now, this goes into the toughness regeneration. This is with Coherency, and this applies to if you were to use the Curios toughness regeneration. This is if you're in Coherency, you get extra regeneration speed. This is really efficient if you're pinned down, and when I say pinned down, this means like if you're in cover being shot at, but you're not taking hits, and you're just having to wait to break out and attack again. Maybe you're waiting for toughness to come back, or you're trying to shoot at something else and you're taking cover from one direction. So this will help you get your toughness up faster. And if you stack this with the Curios, 30%, 30%, 30%, you're going to have over 100% regeneration speed, which can be really useful. And then Purge the Unclean, just extra damage against Unyielding, which is Reapers and Bulwarks, and then Infested is also really good. Going down to the right, I don't use the Voice of Terror. You could essentially use it with the braced autogun, but that's just point blank, but you would get a lot of toughness back then. But on the right here, we have Taking Damage heals 25% of that. Now, the reason why I run this perk is that I love to have that slight bit of sustain, and taking a little bit of damage, running towards an enemy to melee them, you might only get a few health back, but if you're only taking a few health of damage anyways, you're not going to notice that you took much damage in the first place. This also applies to like dodge sliding, things like that. So I find it very useful in a quote-unquote like loner build where you're going off to kill the gunners by yourself, and you have to leave your teammates fighting where they're at, so you can break the gunners' aggro and force it on yourself. Taking less damage and then being able to heal will be super useful, so healing some of the damage you take is going to be beneficial. Then we have Immolation Grenade, probably the best grenade you can possibly have on a Zealot. Good coverage for AoE, it's good zoning, it just does everything. It can kill hordes, and since this build uses a gun for horde clearing, this makes it even better. Then we'll scroll over to the right here, where we have Until Death. Now, if you want to run Holy Revenant, you can, but Holy Revenant, you don't really need it to combine with Restoring Faith. Restoring Faith is doing what Holy Revenant is doing, just it's not doing it when you get near brink of death. It's just doing it over time as you take hits, which will help you with sustain versus if you want to get all of your health back at once. And this can be tricky to activate sometimes. Sometimes you'll get hit and the enemy will immediately die that triggered it, and there won't be anything near you. So your Holy Revenant will just not activate. Versus if you have Restoring Faith, it'll automatically activate regardless. So they kind of contradict each other, and you really don't need both. You can use both, but I would say pick one or the other. But I will say Until Death is a must on every Zealot build. Having the ability to not take damage for 5 seconds can let you clutch revives, kill an enemy, finish something that stops a horde, things like that. Things that really the team could really benefit from, as well as yourself. So it's a really useful talent that you should probably have on every Zealot build almost, if you can get away with it. Going to the right now, we have Dance of Death. Now, this is really important. We talked about the braced autogun having the accuracy boost from dodging. You dodge, now your braced autogun becomes like a mini sniper rifle. You can fire at long range, and you have really good, tight spread on that, meaning that you can, again, as I said before, if there's gunners shooting at you and there's a horde in front of you, you can dodge and get line of sight and shoot with the autogun. Going to the right of that, we have Good Balance. A successful dodge grants 25% damage reduction for 2.5 seconds. Now, the reason why I have this is, as stated before, you're going to be rushing in to kill gunners, and you'll probably kill 1 or 2 before they can even draw aggro and start attacking you. However, after that, they will start swinging at you, and with good balance here, you're going to take less damage in general from it, and this is going to be really efficient at making you be tankier. And then as well, if you go back up to Restoring Faith, now that we're tankier and taking less damage, the health we get back means we're taking less damage in health, meaning we're getting good health back as well, giving us that high sustain, as well as being able to fight in a crowd without any really big concerns for our health. Next, we have Thy Wrath Be Swift. Enemy melee attacks cannot stun you. This is good for us if we're trying to really focus on killing an enemy. We don't want to be stunned and pushed around while enemies are swinging at us. We want to be uninterruptible, and we want to be able to keep swinging and keeping our damage high, especially if we're fighting in a crowd. The other bonus, too, is on taking damage, we gain 15% movement speed. So let's say we turn around a corner or you start getting shot at by gunners and you take a few hits, you get that movement speed. And then what happens is you can pop stealth and you'll get bonus movement speed on top of this movement speed, meaning you'll be even faster, allowing you to close that gap and be able to get to them sooner. Grievous Wounds is next. 50% stagger on melee weak point hits. Since you're always going for weak points, there's really no reason not to have this. You'll always be getting it, so you always have a good chance of staggering these stronger enemies like Crushers and Maulers, which staggering them is really good, allowing them not to do their super powerful overhead swings. Then down we have Loner, which I was talking about before. This is what gives you the being treated as in 2 coherency at all times. Now, this is what allows you to have the toughness regeneration even when you're not with your team, and that will affect your toughness regeneration speeds that we talked about earlier as well. Going down, we obviously have Shroud Field. You get the movement speed, you get the backstab damage, the finesse damage, and the critical chance. And if you go back and look at the axe that we talked about, that has first target and finesse damage up. So that makes our axe even better and stronger and helps bolster its damage, which is exactly what we want it to do when we're trying to one-shot enemies and kill them for the team. Next, we have Mastercrafted Shroud Field. I love this just because of the duration increase. I don't value having just a little bit of extra damage and finesse damage and backstab damage together for that extra increase in cooldown by 50% because I like to spam this ability as opposed to just have it once and be able to make a big power play on one enemy. Being able to spam it or have it also for longer so you can close distance and do more things, again, talking about like reviving and stuff, I find more valuable than just trying to do one big hit and then have nothing else to follow up with. And then Invigorating Revelation. Replenish 40% toughness over 5 seconds on leaving stealth. You also gain 20% damage reduction. So we talked about how if you dodge, you get 25%, and now when you leave stealth, you also get 20%, meaning that you will be 45% have 45% damage reduction on your character, as well as replenish 40% toughness at the same time as you're fighting, really making you tanky and making it hard for enemies to actually hit your health. And if they do hit your health, hitting it less than if they would normally. Then coming down here, over to the left, we have Faithful Frenzy. Now, I really like Faithful Frenzy on this build, and the reason is because the 10% melee attack speed affects how fast your thrust activates because of your heavy charge. So it means that you can do your heavy attack faster with thrust on it, meaning you can do even more damage. Now, if you don't want Faithful Frenzy, there is a perk down here we'll talk about in just a second. You can get rid of this and this, which would be the damage mitigation on it, and then you could go into something like Holy Revenant, but I value the melee attack speed since you will be using the weapon on gunners and trying to fight a group of them at all times. So going to the right, we have Sustained Assault. This is just the more you swing, the more damage you get. 4% melee for 5 seconds, and it stacks 5 times. Just 20% damage bonus is always good, especially if you're swinging at a bunch of gunners and fighting. To the right here, we have Pious Cutthroat. Now, this is the linchpin of the build here, where we get backstab kills, and they restore 20% ability cooldown. If you know how to dodge slide, which if you are playing Auric missions or Maelstrom missions or Damnation missions or Heresy missions, it's a good tech to learn and to have. But with this, you can actually dodge slide or just dodge around behind enemies, and you can hit them in the back even if they're aggro on you, meaning that you can use this to get your cooldown even faster. So even after using stealth, killing one enemy, you'll get 20% back immediately, meaning if you do it 2 more times, 3 more times, you're going to be close to a full recharge, and if you do it 5 times total, boom, your ability's back up, and you can use it again. And then finally, going down here to Inexorable Judgment, we get melee attack speed, range attack speed, and damage per stack, lasting 6 seconds, and it stacks 15 times. On the left here, we have replenished 2% toughness for each spent stack. You're going to have a lot of toughness regeneration based on just skills and different abilities activating. And again, you're going to be doing dodging a lot too, so this is going to help keep you keep your toughness up as well, as opposed to just not having anything to give you extra toughness regeneration or just giving you passive toughness back while fighting and not having to worry about breaking like line of sight on enemies and taking cover to get toughness back. And then to the right, we have Inebriate's Poise, which gains us 3 stacks of momentum on successful dodge. Again, you're going to be dodging and slide dodging and juking a bunch of the gunners shooting at you and once you get in there fighting them, which means you should have a lot of stacks regardless, and because of that, you're going to want this because it immediately gives you more damage and it'll give you more toughness regeneration and so on and so forth. It's just really useful. Now, the one talent I did not cover what I said I would is Swift Certainty, and the reason why this one is important is if you want to use this, you can, but the effects are negligible at best, the only thing it does is give you sprint speed, and when you're out of stamina, it counts that you're still dodging. But if you know how to slide dodge, your stamina management should be pretty high regardless in a fight, meaning you really aren't going to notice this the better you get at the game, more or less. So you can pick to put this on, obviously, if that's what you want and you like that sprint speed, and you just like the no stamina dodging. Very useful, but I find it negligible at best, so I just don't run it. But that would, free up different perk slots. Otherwise, just a quick recap on what this build can do overall then is, you see a bunch of gunners shooting at you. You can stealth, come up behind them, insta-kill one of the gunners, drag, or scab, and then draw aggro from the rest of them, keep meleeing and fighting them. Let's say a bunch of crushers come up to you. You can turn stealth. As soon as they turn around, you can then hit one of them in the back of the head and insta-kill them. And by doing so, you're going to then clear some of the crushers out for your team. And you can also do massive damage to bosses because of this, with this extra crit damage and extra finesse and first target and all that. We'll just showcase the build now, and we'll get to it.
What isn't bugged in this game?
Okay, true, but this bug is if a crusher hits you sometimes, I guess you can fall through the map.
Oh, damn, I believe it. I've been killed through the map.
So I'm like, damn, I hope no one gets hit by a crusher and just, no clips.
I mean, if I get hit by a crusher, I'm going to die.
True. Yeah, switch weapons. Run faster with this.
We all have our part to play in the Omnissiah's holy design.
All these machines scaring about like spiders gives me the creeps.
We'll lose the weapons this place makes.
Interrogators deployed in production Nexus 657 will grant access to the consignment yard.
I love last pistol.
We stay. Oh, look at this
into
logo.
their work to take their minds off the growing dark. I think this is the way.
Oh,
Biker, please.
got you. Oh, hi. Well, this is awkward. First we kill you guys, and then we kill you.
God, Emperor, guide me through the shadow.
Ow.
No, I missed. Watch out, Psyker! Right there.
It's gone.
Can I stop being surrounded by fire?
Fire.
There's
Oh,
a pack of maulers.
I see that, and we're doing this.
Or-
We're doing this in advance. It was unnecessary, but we did it just in case. I can't help you. Oh. Ooh.
Faith is my cloak.
Damn, I can't believe that missed. Oh, goodbye, dog. Boom, boom, boom. Headshot, 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 headshot.
God, I forgot how fucking stupid this sword is.
What are you using?
Power sword.
Oh, that thing just stretched, man.
And I have power cycle 4 on it.
Ooh. Oh my god, you decapitated him.
Yeah, I get one shot with a headshot.
That's crazy.
The funny thing I see people do that works. You do the push attack.
Oh, is that the other sword you have? The other power sword?
This is my main one. This is really the only power sword I have.
Yeah, I only have one.
heal.
I really have a chance to kill them.
Oh, they moved the door back here.
I can't see. Oh my god. That was a misclick. Oh, whatever, I guess. What?
We've slain the mutant!
Should hold out up here.
Probably, yeah. I'm just gonna start blasting.
He almost blew up.
Who, the Slaker?
Yeah.
How we doing? Up
I'm
top?
fine.
Up top is fine?
Look at it blow!
Look at his blood.
Old voices and old faces. And you know this how, witch? I doubt he would speak of his grief to you.
Oh, the poor, poor man. I don't think. Lovely kill.
You take the grenades, I'll take the ammo.
Grenades are by you?
Well, right in a rager.
Where are the grenades at?
By the... They were.
Oh, there they are. That's a huge thing.
Alright, your deal.
Terminal. Yes, witch. That's the way. Cover just makes it fun.
Take that. Got me off the ammo. Oh my gosh. We're coming back. Get him. Oh, shit. That's a problem.
Alright. I'm playing bad.
It's fine. I came to get you first. This guy can wait. That guy can get saved from the net anytime.
Shotgun! See?
Ammo if someone needs it. Otherwise, I'll take it.
Take it.
There we go, that should help. You do it in my face. I'm separated from you guys now, though. Does that reach over to you guys? It does.
We're good.
I know. Building grenades here, so I'm just gonna spam. Oh, here we go. Was that a cast spawn? Yeah. There we go. Big chunk of its health. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
We both do damage.
Oh yeah, we absolutely nuked that thing's health bar.
He might have a trick or two.
That wasn't even a weak spot, I don't think. I just hit it in the back. Thread the needle? Thread the needle. There's a Reaper outside. Guys, get out of my way. I have to kill that Crusher.
Gunner, I will find you.
No, the Psychers can handle it usually.
No, I'm saying the AI. The like enemy that will die the reason why. Oh. Damn. Uh-oh. Okay, give me out of the fire. Really? A second one? Shit.
I'm on fire.
Ammo! About charging time!
I kind of spray with this build.
That's fine.
He's dead. Behind us, Scott.
I stride in shadow.
I killed the sniper.
That's not the threat.
What was behind you? I didn't see anything else behind us.
The Mauler and Crusher chasing me that you stealthed away from.
No, they were not on my screen, bud. Alright. That's dead. Here I come.
I already did all the Psychers helped me.
Yeah, there was nothing else on my screen other than the sniper scope.
You were not paying attention then. I saw you stealth them.
No, they were blocked by something then. Because those things are pretty hard to miss. Especially a Crusher. Ain't no way I just walked past him. That guy's massive.
Got me some ammo!
No, fast sniper. They changed this one up a lot, by the way. I don't know if you noticed or not. That upstairs spot is now awful. They infinitely spawn up there on purpose, so you can't sit up
I
there.
didn't find it that bad.
Access to cooling control.
Oh, here? Yeah, I normally don't do up here though. Oh.
Bonk. Mauler, where?
Dead.
I think the best place now is actually on the stairs, maybe.
Data stream. Reliable.
I am getting lit the fuck up.
Yeah, there's a lot of shotgun bullets on the left side. I'm clicking on right now.
There is judgment in the dark.
Hold fast, my infantry.
Got it.
Data flow resuming. No interruptions. On the side of
Bunk. I'm going back for it again.
I'm already there, so.
I walk in shadow.
A feral beast somewhere close.
Oh my gosh. Damn it.
All systems green. Upload restored.
You bastard fool! Now you're all alone.
Interrogation approaching completion.
My gunner's dead over here.
Do your thing.
You got it?
Yep.
I'm going for the gunners then.
Concealed from heretics.
Oh, I took the meeting hit. I didn't think it would aggro me immediately.
Infiltration completed.
Can I kill the dog as it spawns?
Now accessible. Depart forthwith.
We've slain the hound.
There we go. That's the rest of the horde. I'm gonna heal. I didn't take mine yet.
Yeah. There's one for everyone.
See you on med
Yep.
station. Where is everyone? Kill the blackguard!
Oh no, not a burster.
I don't know. Running away's got a certain appeal right now.
I'm a glutton for these plasteel, man. One melee weapon left, and I'm done grabbing that stuff with Zealot, and then I can work on the rest of my ranged weapons.
Very wise.
I really want to get the double barrel leveled up a lot.
Oh, that was fun.
No one's grabbing the heal?
No one really needs it.
No, I mean like an aid kit.
I didn't even see it.
Soon I'll
By
give
the
up.
god emperor! Burster! Got a sniper!
Get out of here, bozo.
Like the hell of you, Ranger! So much for your trapper!
Find the doors to proceed through coolant control.
Watch for hound! Praise the God Emperor! We've killed the trapper! Blessed God! Forster!
Here we go. Oh. I missed the shot. Here, Mutiny. Die.
Hidden by the God Emperor's grace.
Oh, okay, that was not what I wanted. Go, stay away.
I work in the shadows.
Sure, I'll take that.
Maybe you're already dead and haven't noticed.
Oh, piss off. Of course
Jesus.
I'm the one that gets sniped.
The hound's down.
Dollars a swell.
I didn't even make noise.
Ye will not see me, Gunners.
Got him.
Do not do this alone. Remain as a circuit. Agreed.
This is awkward. This is the train? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Yes. Or my F. My F didn't work.
Reach the consignment yard signal.
Damn, we missed one. Unfortunate.
Purge intruders.
God Emperor, hide my steps.
Damn, I'm gonna get a back shot. I'm gonna drop down.
Shut down this sniper defense.
Fear the shadows, Gunners.
Go.
In shadows, retribution.
You have a lot of gunners on you.
Yeah, I know. One kind of forcing mad at me. Ooh, there's a mauler.
Want to die?
Oh, I don't want. I actually did not mean to shove there. That was a mistake. Surprised no one was actually over here shooting these things.
Because we're killing everything on this side that went after us instead of you.
Sharpshooter! The soul is willing.
Can I get out of this? I can't get out of this.
They're dug in.
I need to push the button. This is endless.
God Emperor, let me walk unseen.
Our side's done.
So tis true. One of us has told another.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, don't try it, me.
Mutant's dead.
Oh, I got hit by something. Interesting. I hear an attack.
I'm going, don't worry. I need to move.
I got bounced off of something. That's funny.
Veiled in righteousness.
Oh. Okay, do my crouch. I think it was a tad early on the dodge. Ouch. Okay, you need to go.
I haven't played veteran in so long.
There he is.
Got it.
Nice. I killed the flame grenadier.
Glad to see you come through. Means I win the bet.
Oh, they didn't. Good game.